Hello, Leo, and welcome to your monthly provision for July 2020. If you're new to this channel, my name is Sabini, and this is Timeless Flux. Welcome, welcome. Your reading, I'm going to explain how your reading is going to go right now. This first roll of cards is going to talk to me about upcoming energies and whatever is leaving your life from in this transition from June to July, okay? This second roll of cards is going to talk to me about more specific, more practical, down to earth aspects of how these energies are going to manifest in your month of July. And I also have two oracle cards, one from the messages of the universe and another one from the Timeless Flux Oracle, which is inverted here. So I can already tell you that this is going to be about work, about activities in general in your life, okay, that maybe are not happening the way you'd like them to right now. But before I enter these oracle cards, I wanted to tell you that at the end of this reading you have the opportunity of asking a yes no maybe question, okay? And I'm going to use this oracle here, which is the Sun Oracle, also known as the Tata Inti Oracle from the Incas, okay? These dice are being energized by my crystals here, and at the end you have the opportunity of asking your more specific questions. So stay tuned and let's start your reading, okay? Something's telling me not to start with the tarot cards here and not with the oracle, so this is what I'm going to do. And I have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I have the Nine of Swords. I have the Ace of Cups, the Page of Cups, sorry, the Page of Cups. And I also have, the Hangman in reverse. Okay, so let's talk about it, okay? Because there's actually a positive connotation to whatever's going on in your life. I know that with this Wheel of Fortune in reverse here, I know that it's been a little hard on you. Things are being a little tough on you right now because it may seem like luck is not in your favor, okay? The processes are taking too long to develop, and maybe you needed responses from people and just an actual movement. It's very hard during this phase in which we are still dealing with the effects of the world pandemics, and in different parts of the world it has not ended yet, and we still need to go through a huge period of social isolation. So you're feeling that things are going a bit slow for you when you would love it to change. What I see here is that in the month of June, this has led to this was kind of overwhelming for you, especially when it comes to your mind processes, okay? You really didn't know what to do, and it made you suffer a little bit, because you couldn't quite plan for your next steps, and you felt kind of out of control, since this situation has been, something that has kept us all all out of our guards. We couldn't really see how to deal with that, okay? So for some of you, I see that this could have even ended up in states of depression, panic, insomnia. But for others of you, this could be lighter, in the sense of, I don't know what to do with my life, I can't plan anything right now, but I still feel that this is not my fault, there's nothing I can do. Anyway, the sense of losing control could be quite overwhelming. And I see that right now there's a new idea for some of you, or maybe a new romantic offer, but something that makes you feel really creative and has helped you regain part of your energy. What I see here is that the process of dealing with this new relationship, new idea, new project, I'm inclined to say a project because of the oracle cards I have already commented on here that talks about work, okay? But whatever it is, if it's a new relationship, even new process of networking that maybe is giving you some inspiration, at the end of July I see you as the hangman in reverse. Okay, so what does it mean? It means that you need to work through this idea and to keep adding energy and, putting the basic wind on your sails, so to speak. You will need to keep investing on this idea so that at the end of June you can shift your perspective and start to understand how important this whole period of quote unquote bad luck has been for you. Okay, so it's a process of growth. This is something that's showing up in many different forms for all the signs, and it can be unpleasant. It can leave you with a feeling of being stuck and there's nothing I can do. But I see that you're moving out of this phase as we enter July and starting to see potential in the situation in the form of a new relationship, new relationships, or a new project. Okay, but something that makes you feel more alive, creative, etc. This is going to help you change your perspective on the whole period. Okay, maybe the period of April, May, July. This is going to help you grow a lot in understanding. So let's see what we can say about more practical aspects, your day-to-day routine when it comes to the month of July. Okay. So in Osho Zen Tarot here, I already have a little narrative going on. I see that the month of July is going to be about morality for you. And what does it mean in the sense of perspectives changing and new endeavors? I'm just moving the cards a little bit so that you can see them clearly. Okay, what does it mean to say, okay, this month is going to be about morality? Sorry. This month is going to be about defining, or even better saying, refining what's right and what's wrong for you. This month is going to be about understanding that there are many different rights and wrongs. Of course, if you're going to do harm to other people, this is never a positive energy. But even if you do so, there will be consequences. Okay, this is the main basic rule all religions talk about when they talk about morality: do no harm. Okay, this is inscribed in any possible religious belief and spiritual practice you may encounter during your life. But this month is going to be about what's right and what's wrong for you. Understanding that doing harm is never good, but refining your perspectives on what's right and what's wrong for you, understanding what works and what doesn't work in your life through your everyday practices. Okay, so your routine is going to be about what instills you with hope and what drains your energy. And I see that this month is not going to be about a perspective of, being always between these two great forces, these two great ideas, and having to keep your balance. Okay, being left hanging here. Okay, almost dangling from these two completely different opposite perspectives of life. This card, schizophrenia, is very interesting because it's not talking about the disease. It's talking about, well, it's not talking about the mental conditioning. It's talking about how we sometimes become entangled in these mind processes in which we're living an or situation. It's X or Y. It's Z or beta, whatever. And it's like we only have these two possibilities, and they cancel each other's. Like if I go here, I cannot go there. If I come here, I cannot go there. It's an or situation. Okay, the logic of or is very complicated because our mind plays these tricks on us, like saying that we always have two options or three options tops, and we have to choose for only one of them. But there are many other possibilities. You can try to work with two seemingly opposed fields of your life or strategies. You can work with them together, you can mingle, you can see what's good for you in a given strategy and what's not working, and then combine what's working with what's working from a different strategy or from a different realm of life. So this is all about flexibilizing, but flexibilizing your thoughts in a sense that you understand what's right and what's wrong for you, what works and what doesn't work for you. And I see with the piece of advice here, which is experimenting, experiencing in reverse, I see that it will be important for you to take a step back from everything that you're doing and start considering things more logically. Okay, this is when moral comes to play. You will have to take a step back from your routine and clearly analyze, logically analyze everything that you're doing from the standpoint of what is what makes you feel more energetic, what makes you feel more in tune with your right. Okay, so this is talking about how sometimes you can feel lost because you're undertaking so much and you have so many connections with different people that the sensual pleasures provided by this connection kind of mess up with your own life's organization. So July will be a month in which you take a step back and you only do what makes you feel good or at least learning. Okay, if you don't see that a certain situation, connection, activity provides you with learning or with benefits in the long term, or with instant and real gratification, you are not going to do those tasks. Okay, you're not going to spend your time and energy with these people, with these activities. Okay, and this kind of filtering is going to be really important because at the end of the month you will have a completely different perspective on your life. Okay, in general, what I see here that you're doing is you're comparing yourself with other people, and this has taken a toll on you. This is a moment in which you will need to really isolate yourself, at least in the sense of finding some space in which you can analyze everything that you've been doing, considering your own internal morality. Okay, so I see that you will need to stop comparing yourself with other people. um maybe you need to compare only when it comes to what external morality is no longer serving you, if you know what I mean. So whenever you reach out for other people or take other people as models, better saying, you will need to consider if those models are really useful when it comes to your reality. Okay, this is going to be the most important exercise, but not comparing other people in the sense of how much they've gained, the results they already have, because this halt on luck, so to speak, these slow movement things have been, observing in this transition June, July, is actually an opportunity for you to reconsider your true values. So in general, the month of July is going to continue being a slow speed development, you go, an arrested development kind of month, but This is actually a good opportunity because I see that in the future, if you kept on going the way you were at the same speed, you would have um, problems defining who you are and defining what you stand for. This halt and this filtering of everything you do, considering what's right and wrong for you, is what's going to give you the strength um, to start new endeavors. Okay, and these new endeavors are probably not going to happen this month, or not going to come to their full version this month, but this is an important reflexive month in which you're, sieving through all of the activities you do every day, and trying to understand which activities need to stay, which activities need to go. Okay, so the oracle cards, okay, exactly, they're talking about, first of all, this card here this is the root head card. Okay, and it's in reverse. So I see that for you right now, your mind is not operating on your favor. The root head says, my mind operates on my favor, functions on my favor, and it's in reverse. Okay, so the first thing you need to do, and this is going to be a huge focus in July, is to organize your mind. And in order to organize your mind, you will need to review your core values. The other card says, I am a spirit having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. So this is also a very important message, because as you go through your activities and decide what stays and what goes, you will try to focus on what makes you happy, but also on what makes you learn. So, this is about considering your routine and your schedule based on your own human development, internal development, understanding that human experience is all about getting closer to love, and not necessarily about getting results. Okay, and understanding that some results are not even worth your time, because they are not going to be accompanied by a sense of personal fulfillment. Okay, so this is what I have for you, Leo, and now I hope you have your yes, no, maybe question ready. Let me get the oracle here, because I'm going to work these dice. I hope you have your question ready. Let's see if your question for the month of July is a yes, a no, or a maybe. Okay, and I have two kinds of maybe: a probably yes and a probably no related to this reading. Okay, so you can ask anything you want. Let's see. Oh my god, they are out of frame. Okay, but I'm going to get them and put them here so that you can see. Okay, this is a probable yes. Okay, and this probable yes here is even more probable, if I can say that, because the negative factor represented here is reversed. So, oh, I'm sorry about the camera. So I see that you are really dedicated to transmuting your life. You really want to get out of this slow motion state, and to make to feel that things are moving a little bit faster. You really want to consider what's good and what's not good for you based on your own morality. You want to shed external influences that are no longer serving you, and that's why I see whatever you asked as a more probable yes. Okay, you're closer to getting that, but it's still depending on how well you're going to analyze, or how much time you're going to dedicate analyzing every activity you have in your life right now, because this is a moment in July in which things that are no longer working cannot stay in your life, and it needs to be your decision to leave them, or to understand how to make them less important, how to dedicate less to those things. Okay, so the analysis is very important to reach whatever you want to reach with this question. Okay, so it's a probable yes, and it's something that's really close. It could even come about in the month of July itself, but there's still some work to be done. And any work you do in the sense of analyzing your life based on your own core values, and even refining your values through the consideration of practical activities in your life, any work you do in this sense is going to get you closer to your yes. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this reading as much as I've enjoyed reading for you. And if you liked it, please leave a like so that other people know you liked this comment, this reading. Leave a comment, and share this video with other Leos that might be interested. It helps my work here much more than you can imagine. Okay, I hope to see you again in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe so that you can know whenever I launch new videos for sign readings, provisions, and other good stuff. Thank you very much for watching, and bye bye.